music, it's like we're hunting antelope. Nightclub. Let's do this. Oh, man, fuck. Alright, okay. With lasers everywhere. I'm blowing cocaine off an elk horn. So guys, it's 4:21. But yesterday was 4:20. I think from now on, because I want to do this thing I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to start calling all the days after 4:20. 4:22? 4:23. 4:24, okay. I wrote a toast for 4:20. This is going to be a great set. This is going to be all stuff we talked about earlier tonight. While we were watching movies. Watching movies is code for smoking weed that I used back in high school. As you tell your mom what you're doing until you're watching movies with your friends. Really, you're driving around getting high. Into all kinds of trouble. But if you have a drink and you'd like to raise your glass to weed, I think most of us smoke it. This is my toast to pot that I wrote last night on the train. To every Funyun and Cheeto you've led us to eat. To the bands whose music you've improved. Incubus. To the circles you've formed better than any compass could. To the strangers you've made us smoke with. To the hours we've waited for the delivery guy to come. For the hours we've waited for the delivery guy to leave. To the internet, which without you would just be Angel Fire sites dedicated to GeoCities sites. To all the 1 a.m. ice cream and blunt wrap purchases. To making Friday Night SmackDown tolerable to watch in 2006. Some of these are for me. Some of these are just for me. To the KFC Double Down Sandwich, clearly your greatest invention. And finally, to the only substance so great that we can still celebrate it on Hitler's birthday and the anniversary of Columbine. To weed. I did a 420 show last night, and we started the show off, the host started the show off by going, "It's 420!" And we got like a golf clap. Like just one guy in the back. Like, yeah. Kind of sounded like that, like a heartbeat. That's what you could hear in the room. Keep just going. I got a lot of stuff that Gail and Danny and Jordan had talked about earlier that I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, before I start, that guy Martin had the sweetest t-shirt on. He had a Sweet and Sour Larry Sweetie t-shirt. That's a wrestler, one of the finest wrestlers. So I was a little distracted during his set. But I did notice that he was talking about David Cross never being in Alabama. The dude's from Georgia. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in Alabama. I think he's recorded a DVD in Alabama. And what were you doing in Alabama, Martin? You're not allowed. Is that real? Is that wrong? It's Alabama. Improv. So guys, pond scum or ponds come? Am I right? Either way, it's gross. Either way, it's gross. Okay. Stuff from earlier in the evening. This kind of reminds me right now of an open mic that I used to go to in New Jersey when I was in high school at this place called the Grist Mill. It was run by a dude who had a preference for white billowing cotton pants and shirts, a long flowing mullet. And right now he hosts a 2012 summit at the Sussex County Fairgrounds. 2012 is what he hosts. Speaking of that, I have no energy tonight, guys. What the fuck? It's because I drank some water before. Water takes away my energy. It drowns all my energy. I was at a show, and two girls were in the audience, and that was kind of cool, because when you're at open mic, there's nobody in the audience. For comedy open mics, nobody in the audience. Two girls watched one comic, got up to leave, and when the host was like, "Where are you going?" They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're on a pub crawl. We got places to go." The fuck is a pub crawl? Has anybody here been on a pub crawl? Am I the only one that hasn't? Am I out of this loop? I think it's ridiculous. The only time there should be a pub crawl is for last call, when you're on the floor, just trying to get to the bar, trying to get a drink. I don't know. It's like, where does the pub crawl ends at the abortion clinic? What am I doing? In blue. I'm taking lessons from Frankie. The dude was talking about fucking a toaster. Fuck, toasters are hot. Gil was telling me about Bikram yoga earlier. We had a Bikram yoga discussion. If you don't know what that is, I think you probably all do know what Bikram yoga is. Very hot room, full of people doing yoga. A ridiculous notion. Why would I want to be around all that sweat? And just tell me about it, about how it smells awful. Clearly, I've never done this. And then he was like, yeah, if you want to try it, I got some classes on my card. I'm like, I will be there in the morning to protest. What's going on anymore? This is ridiculous. Get me a picket line, and I will scorn the people who cross my picket line. I will scorn them forever and hate them forever. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. This is what happens when all of your jokes come out of your conversation with friends that are all here watching you do these jokes. We laughed at them so hard earlier. I did that. I wasn't even going on. So the first time I smoked pot was at my friend Caitlin's party when I was in high school as a freshman. And they had a big schools over party in a field behind their house. I'm from a very rural area. And to get back there, you had to go down this huge path. But when you got back there, it was like 200 people. And there were beer vans back there. And people from Paterson, New Jersey came up, which was kind of weird. Hood people. We live in Sussex. We know cows. We don't know cocaine. We don't know that. Dudes walking around with t-shirts over their faces. Blasting Wu-Tang. A little too much. I had never smoked pot before. This was my first time. And I smoked out of a bomb. That was the first thing I smoked out of. And that was very hard. I still can't smoke out of a bomb. I took 8 hits out of a bomb. And I think I probably got the amount of 1 hit. One okay hit out of those 8 hits. And then finally somebody had a joint. And I was like, thank God. A more stereotypical way to smoke pot. That's exactly what I want. That's what I said at the time. It was very strange. Like, I remember I laughed really hard at the word cumbersome. I thought that was hilarious for some reason. These are my memories from smoking pot. And I remember telling my friend that I was floating as we passed out on our friend's floor. These are all thoughts of what we're doing right now.